Hello and welcome to your quick stimulus check and news report. So today I'm going to do it a little bit differently on how I present the information here. So if you enjoy this style, let me know below. If you don't enjoy it, I guess let me know as well. So we're going to jump right into it. Senator Josh Hawley has presented a new stimulus bill. He wasn't happy with the other proposals. His stimulus bill includes direct stimulus checks only. It's just a single direct stimulus check bill. Within this bill, everyone would get $1,200 checks who earn up to $75,000 a year. Obviously, that changes a little bit depending on head of household status and marriage filing, but same as the first time. And he says that he will not vote on any bill that doesn't include direct stimulus checks. And this is a pretty common sentiment that we're seeing going around right now. And this proposal will be compared to the two $900 billion proposals that we're seeing kind of floating around right now. There's one with a stimulus check and one with $600 stimulus checks and lower unemployment. So there's also a division going on right now among Republicans having to do with the stimulus as well. Many Republicans don't like Mnuchin's latest offer, the $916 billion bill that gives the $600 stimulus checks but lower unemployment. They're saying that the general disagreement here is that if money is going to go out, it should go to the people who have lost their jobs first, not just a blanket stimulus check to everyone. Now, I know there's a lot of disagreement right there because some people have lost hours or just earned less than they have in the past. And I mean, just a lot of people are struggling right now and could use a stimulus check. So there's some back and forth there. I see the logic where it's like, yeah, it makes sense if you have a very limited amount of money to give it to those most in need first, but I see the need for both. Moving on, McConnell is trying to make a proposal that has as little disagreement as possible on the Senate floor. He's just trying to get something passed without too much argument, it seems. So he suggested that we should only go with the most agreed upon issues regarding the stimulus and just work on the rest later. So he wants us to drop liability protections for businesses, what he claimed was his red line item in the past, and drop state and local government funding, and then work on those later. So pass what we can pass now, and then worry about the rest later. The current sentiment on this on the Democratic side for their leaders is against the idea. They want one huge comprehensive package, and then maybe something else later. Is that the best way to negotiate this? Probably not, but that's the current sentiment. The current ideas that have the most agreement on right now regarding stimulus are there should be some kind of fix to unemployment, enhanced unemployment. The dollar amount isn't exactly agreed on, but most people say, yeah, we should continue that. School funding, pretty much everyone agrees, and they want it right around $100 billion. Funding for testing and tracing and research for the COVID vaccine, and more small business funding through another round of paycheck protection funding, and rent moratorium extensions. Those are the major items that have the most consensus. There are some other items that are pretty much agreed upon, but that's what we would see likely in a bill that we could say everyone agrees on, I guess. Moving on, some economists are warning against excluding state and local aid from a relief bill. They say that giving funding to state governments is a proven solution. This is because economists believe that individual states are better at allocating where exactly money should go than this big blanket payment from the federal government, or having the federal government say, hey, spend this there, that there, which kind of makes sense. I mean, you know better what needs money in your household than your city knows what you should spend on in your household. So I see the logic there. The thing I worry about is personal connections on the city and state level, maybe affecting who gets more funding and who gets less, but we see that on the federal level too, so I'm not really sure there's a solution there. Many states are expected to cut spending between 5 and 20% because of lower tax revenues, because obviously this entire pandemic has slowed a lot of things down. And the current bipartisan bill that we're seeing right now, the $900 billion stimulus bill, sits at $160 billion for state and local government funding, but many Republicans want zero aid for the state and local governments. And McConnell says it just doesn't make sense to give money to states whose revenues are actually increasing right now. Now, I haven't seen which states in particular he is referencing there, but I mean, it does make sense. If there are states that are making more money, they shouldn't receive additional aid. A report from the Congressional Budget Office showed that for every dollar spent on small business stimulus through the Paycheck Protection Program, 36 cents went back to the economy, and for every dollar spent on state and local government aid, 88 cents went back into the economy. Now, they say that's a bipartisan research paper that was done, so we're going off the facts there. A major concern is that states will have to lay off their essential workers if they have less funding, like teachers and firefighters, paramedics, things like that. Moving on, jobless claims jumped up more than 100,000 compared to the week before that, landing at 853,000 new jobless claims. And this is largely blamed on new COVID cases and the Thanksgiving holiday. And then as these claims are increasing, the stock market has dropped a little bit, mostly because the stock market just hates uncertainty, and frankly, none of us know what the hell is going on right now. So if you'd like to get 4 free stocks and be a part of the stock market chaos, use the link in my description for Webull, where you can literally get 4 completely free stocks with a $100 deposit. It's an awesome deal. And that's all we have for today. Again, if you like this format, let me know. And also, if you appreciate the non-clickbait, non-sensational video titles and content, also let me know by liking and subscribing. I'd like to thank you for watching, and I hope you have a profitable day.